Storytime with Herbal Roots zine. I'm Kristine Brown, and today I'm going to read to you a story that I wrote for Herbal Roots zine from issue number 29, Crazy About Clover. This pretty pink flowering plant can often be seen growing along the roadsides, in fields, and at edges of woodlands. Red clover is often called on for many health ailments, including cancer, coughs that are unproductive, flushing toxins from the body, and helping to balance the female hormonal system. Red clover is much larger than the commonly found white clover that often invades lawns. Its size makes it an important nectar source for larger insects such as bumblebees. Today's story is how red clover came to be. And it shares how red clover helped out the bumblebees who couldn't get enough nectars from the white clover plants. Long ago, in fields far away in Europe, the plants and animals and insects lived happily amongst themselves. The butterflies and the bumblebees helped to pollinate the flowers. The wind carried the seeds to new destinations, and everyone got along well. About this time, man came along and started to live on the hillside. At first, he seemed peaceful enough, but as he evolved and traveled from other regions, he began bringing along species of plants, animals, and insects from his familiar homeland to use and remind him of the land he left behind. At first, this was not a problem. There was still plenty of space and work for all to get along. But eventually, plants started to crowd each other out and insects started taking all the nectar from the plants. The bumblebee happily slurped the nectar from the abundant white clover that filled the hillside. One day, man came into the field and placed a dome-shaped basket near the edge of the field and left. Curious, the animals and insects gathered round. There was a curious humming inside. The bumblebee went up to the entrance and buzzed a greeting. Out flew several bees, but they were much smaller than the bumblebee. "Hello," buzzed the bumblebee, excited to see another insect that looked like himself. "Welcome to our land. Where do you come from?" The smaller bees looked at the bumblebee with little interest, then flew past him towards the white clover. Hurt, the bumblebee watched on while the smaller bees went from flower to flower, leaving no flower untouched. Other bees left the strange basket to join in with the bees that were already on the clover. The bumblebee flew off to his home. The next morning, he flew out to the field, eager to collect some nectar and pollen, only to discover the smaller bees had stolen every last drop from the white clover. Saddened, the bumblebee cried out, "What shall I do? There's no more nectar or pollen. How will I feed my family?" He flew back to his home to check his honey stash. White clover was dismayed. Why, Bumblebee was his good friend. Bumblebee was always kind and gentle and always left nectar and pollen behind for others. He was never selfish or greedy. White clover wanted to do something to help his friend, so he thought and he thought and he thought for a while. Finally, he had an idea. He called out to the Rainbow Mother, who lived in the sky, for some assistance. Rainbow Mother reached out and touched a clump of white clover with her shimmering bands of color. Shades of pink and purple stained the clover flowers, and the plants grew and grew until they were several times bigger. White clover marveled at his new color and size. He hoped his plan would work. It didn't take long before he got to test it out. The smaller bees saw the new flower and buzzed right over, but then discovered the flower was too big for them. They could not reach the nectar and the pollen no matter how hard they tried. They just weren't big enough. At that moment, Bumblebee came out of his home to see what all the commotion was about. He heard the angry buzzing and flew to the clover patch to see what was going on. "Oh!" he exclaimed when he saw the new clover. He flew to the flower and took a sip of the nectar. "Delightful!" he exclaimed, and continued to collect the nectar and pollen from the flowers before hurrying home to tell his family the good news. Soon the hillside was dotted with white and pink flowers, and all the bees lived peacefully together. The bumblebee stuck with the red clover, and the smaller bees stuck with the white clover. Bumblebee remembered his friend White Clover and occasionally stopped by to say hello, but he remained the generous soul and left the nectar for the smaller bees. I hope you enjoyed today's story. If you'd like to learn more about red clover, you can find the Red Clover ebook in my shop. I'll put a link in the description below. It's also a part of Herb Club, the membership program that gives you lots of fun activities and videos all about learning about the herbs. Thanks for visiting Herbal Roots Zine for Storytime, and I'll see you next time.